How to find the highest common factor. Firstly, let's remind ourselves what a factor is. A factor is the number that divides by another number exactly without leaving a remainder. 8 and 12. We're going to find the highest common factor. So if we want to find the highest common factor of 8 and 12, we need to find the factors of 8 and the factors of 12 and then compare the lists. So let's look at the factors of 8 first. Normal way, write out the factor pairs and list them in order. So there's my factors of 8. 1, 2, 4 and 8. They all divide by 8 without leaving a remainder. They divide exactly. Then we're going to find factors of 12. Again, write out the factor pairs in order. Then write out the factors, making sure you don't miss any out. So there's my list. I have factors of 8 and factors of 12. Let's compare those two lists. 1 is a common factor of 8 and 12. It will always be a common factor when you compare two numbers because it's a factor of every single number. But it's not the highest common factor. We've got 2 is a common factor. It's common to both. It's in both lists. 3 is a factor of 12 but not a factor of 8, so it's not a common factor. 4 is a common factor of both, and it's the highest so far, and I can't see another common factor. So therefore 4 is the highest common factor of 8 and 12. Let's look at one more example. 16 and 20. So, just like we did before, we're going to write out the factors. Factors of 16 are as follows. So I've done 1, 2, 3 isn't a factor, 4, 5 isn't a factor, 6, no, 7, no, and 8 we've already done. So there's my factors of 16. They are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Now I find my factors of 20. Three doesn't work, 4 does, 5 you've already done, and then 6 no, 7 no, 8 no, 9 no, and 10 we've already done. And once you get to half of the value of that number, there's no point carrying on. So there's my factors. I'm just going to write those out as well in order so they're easy to compare. So we have our factors of 16 and our factors of 20. Let's compare our list. So again, you can see that 1 is a common factor. 2 is a common factor. 4 is a common factor. And then we've got no other common factors. So in fact, the answer for this question is the same. The highest common factor again is 4. Okay, last one. Let's compare factors of 10 and 15. Highest common factor of 10 and 15. So just factors of 10. So again, just exactly the same method. Just one more example. There's my factors of 10, 2, 1, 2, 5 and 10. Factors of 15. 2 no, 4 no, 6 no, 7 no. There we go, yeah, that's all of them. 1, 3, 5 and 15. So again, 1 is a common factor. It's a factor of both 10 and 15, but it's not the highest. 2 is a factor of 10 but not of 15. 3 is a factor of 15 but not of 10. 5 is a factor of both. So the highest common factor here is 5. The highest common factor of 10 and 15 is 5. Quick recap. How did we do it? Find the highest common factor. Write out the factors of the first number. Write out the factors of the second number. Compare the two. Find the highest number that is in both lists. And that's how you find highest common factor.